There we go. Got one. Oh, he's running with it. He's running with it. All right, before we get into today's video, I have a sponsor, and it's me. Something I don't really talk about a whole lot is I do have a merch store. Check the link in the description. I've got, shirts with designs on them. I've got, San Antonio Bank Fishing Club, my YouTube channel stuff. I've even got stuff that's not related to the YouTube channel, just other designs that are for like everyday stuff, like a donkey with a hole in it. If you're clever, you'll get what that means. Some stuff that's just regular fishing things, like just a crankbait or something that says cranky or I'm feeling cranky today. Just a bunch of other stuff. So if you want to support my channel, check that out. If you want to support any channel, check out all their merch stores and everything like that. Sometimes there's things that are tagged in the videos, but I'm going to have a link to the full store down below. I was trying to think of a way to find the cheapest lures possible, and I thought, maybe making something. How do you get the materials to make a lure the cheapest way possible? So, of course, that would be something free. So my idea was to go to Home Depot and get those wooden flooring samples they give away for free and carve a lure out of that. But I went, started filming at Home Depot, and only to find out that they don't do those anymore. They don't make them anymore. So I had to come back home and think about that. And while I was here thinking about what I can make lures out of for free or the cheapest way possible, I thought about this. Here's a penny. It's a good size, good weight. Why don't I drill a couple of holes in that and make that into a lure? And then when I was looking at that, I was like, let's do that with a washer too. And then I was like, how about a soda can tab? And then I was like, oh, it'd be perfect as a key. If I could find a key that I don't use, doesn't go to any locks or anything, drill a couple holes in that, use that as a lure. Well, it turns out I guess I threw away all my extra keys. But I did find this. And some of you know exactly what this is. Some of you probably don't. But it is a key. And you know what? I'm going to drill a hole in this. Use that. They're all kind of the same thing. They're all going to do the same thing, kind of. They're all going to be kind of spoons. The biggest difference is going to be the soda can tab, because they're so lightweight. Probably not going to be able to cast them out. But I'm going to put treble hooks on all of them, try to catch fish on all of them. So let's get into that. Alright, first up, we've got the pull tab from the soda can. It came together nicely, but I think the reason I'm doing this one first is because I think it's going to be the hardest one to catch something on, because it's so lightweight. I'm not going to be able to cast it out very far or accurately. I mean, that's probably the best cast I can get on it right there. And it's also so lightweight that it doesn't really do anything like movement wise in the water, so it's just something flashy with a hook on it. It doesn't really flutter around or anything. That is the farthest I can cast it right there. And even on like a fly rod or ultralight, something that's designed to throw tiny lightweight lures, it's just not going to happen, because it is not aerodynamic at all. If it was aerodynamic, you might be able to cast it. Also, another problem I'm seeing is it floats flat. It doesn't turn to one side, which is weird. Well, it doesn't float, but when it's in the water, it goes flat. It doesn't turn to one side like it should. Yeah, that is the absolute farthest I can cast it, which is about 20 feet. So let's go where there's a more dense population of fish in a smaller area, which is right upstream. Oh, look at that, there's a little catfish. That's cool. Don't see too many of those. I've never seen a big catfish here. That's the biggest one I've ever seen. He was probably about maybe 5 inches long. It'd be nice if there was a strong population of them. I mean, they're coming from somewhere. I don't know where they're coming from. They're not stocked in here. I don't see big ones that are big enough to breed. So I don't know where the little ones come from, but that's the second one I've seen in all the years I've been fishing here. Oh, he's running with it. He's running with it. Oh, I pulled it out of his mouth. Damn it. I don't know how you can pull a treble hook out of something's mouth. That's usually how they get hooked. What's going on here? I don't know if I should count that or not. I mean, it was a bite. I saw it. It was probably a green sunfish. It was either that or a tiny bass, but I don't know. Should I count that and move on to the next one? You know what? I'm running out of time. Running out of daylight. I'm gonna just cut this off and put on the bait that I'm excited to try, the one from the thumbnail, the one that everybody clicked on this video to see. And that's gonna be the penny. I know I didn't show the process of making them, but all of them were made pretty much the exact same way. You just drill some tiny holes, put some split rings through it, put a hook on one end and tie the line to the other. That's literally all it is. You can do that with pretty much any object and make it into a lure. Now let's see how this one casts and how it swims and what kind of movement it has and all that. Cast great, nice heavy weight. I can cast it far and I can see that flashing all over the place here. The penny makes a perfect spoon, and it's a nice small size, way better than that soda tab. And I imagine the washer is going to be about the same. The only other one that's really going to be different would maybe be that key. This thing is excellent. This is an excellent little spoon here. Cost me a penny. 1 cent spoon. What happens if I just retrieve it instead of twitching it around? Oh, that spirals around and flutters around like a spoon. That's insane. It does come up back to the surface though. Let that sink to the bottom. Hopefully I don't get snagged. It's an expensive bait to get snagged on the bottom. I don't want to do that. I like the weight of this bait. That's the perfect casting size. This penny is perfect. It's doing a real slow retrieve and it's swimming. Wow. That's crazy. I was swimming it. It was just real slow retrieve and it was doing this perfect little side-to-side swimming motion. And I had a fish following it, but I don't know if that fish was big enough to eat it. There we go, got one. I knew that was gonna happen pretty quickly. On the penny. First fish of the year. That was awesome. I kind of want to keep using it. I don't know if I want to cut it off and tie on one of the other baits or not. Oh. That's a big bass right there. That might be the big one I caught the other day. He was following the spoon. Let's get back out there. Definitely running out of daylight, so since the washer is probably going to work just like the penny, I think I'm going to skip that one and just go to the key. But of course here I am fishing with the penny still. We go ahead and get that key tied on. Alright, so the penny and the washer are kind of the same. Even the soda tab, because everything, where the line tie and the hook were lined up evenly. This one I did it a little bit differently, and I put the hook down towards the bottom, so it should give it enough weight to swim it upright when everything else kind of wanted to swim flat. So let's see what this does. Yep, wow, this might even be better than the penny. It does swim upright and it swings the tail end back and forth, and it's a little bit heavier and casts it a little bit farther, but it's about the same size. The soda tab didn't have enough weight to it. If you added some weight to it, found a way to make it more effective, it would probably work pretty well. But the penny and this key, and probably the washer, are legitimate viable options for fishing lures. This one can actually be fished faster than the penny, so it's probably actually better. The penny do a real slow retrieve and it flutters, but it stays up towards the surface. This one I can do a faster retrieve and it does kind of the same thing, but it doesn't hit the surface as much, so I can do either the slow retrieve or the fast retrieve, so it's a little bit more versatile. I mean, I hate that it gets so dark so early in the winter. It's like I can't usually start fishing till after 4 o'clock, and then it gets dark by 5, so bass fishing is not always an option. It's kind of hard to make videos bass fishing when you only have an hour to do it. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Do catfish videos all winter? Nobody wants to watch that crap. That's why Catfish and Carp hasn't made a video in a couple of years. He's been doing the Outdoors Boys. All right, there you go. I ran out of time. Hopefully you can see me. I'm trying to stand under the street lights here. I know I was saying the whole time that these are viable options to catch actual fish on, and they are, but then I only caught a single sunfish, but that's just because I ran out of time. I know they'll do better. Maybe not the soda can tab. I'm thinking if you take a split shot weight and put that on one of the sides of it and make it swim upright, that would make it a lot more effective. I know the washer is going to be effective. It's bigger than the penny. It's got a lot more flash to it, and it's probably going to work the same way, so maybe you catch bigger fish on it. The key, I know the key would work, but I didn't get any bites. I did get a bite on the soda can tab, and I landed a fish on the penny. I hate putting out a video where all I caught was a sunfish, but I just ran out of time. There is a deadline on all my videos. I gotta have this video out by tomorrow, and it's gonna take all night to edit and render it, so the video might be coming out a little later than my 2 o'clock normal publishing time. So yeah, there you go. I'm not the first person to try this with any of these things. I know other people have tried it. The key idea was given to me by Greg, my friend. He mentioned that a while back. I kind of forgot that he mentioned it, but then I was talking to him yesterday, and it came back to me that he's got a whole bunch of keys, and we were going to do something like that, or he was going to do something similar to that. I couldn't find any actual keys, so I used that a safety lock key, and I know somebody else has done a penny before and it was pretty effective. I don't know the YouTuber's name. Somebody else had mentioned it to me a while back, so if you know who that is, make sure, you know, let me know in the comments. And in fact, make these lures yourself and go out and use them. Make a video of yourself using them and catch fish bigger than I can on the lures that I used in this video. Send me the links and I'll watch the videos. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, comment, and we'll see you next time.
Just me and my line, got a rusty old hook and a can full of time. Dollar store lures and some worms on the side, fishing on a dime with that cheap angler pride.